Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Hi guys! As you can see, I am in my festive gear because it is Christmas Eve today. I would like to get this video up by Christmas, which is tomorrow. I don't know if that's gonna happen. So if it's the day after Christmas, it is what it is, am I right? Anyway, welcome to today's video. If you didn't watch my last video, I really suggest that you do, because in today's video, I'm going to be furnishing my Christmas movie village that I built in my previous video. So go watch that to see me build the entire exterior. And today I'm going to be furnishing the entire interior. To refresh your memory, I built tiny homes for 4 different Christmas movies, including Home Alone, Elf, The Polar Express, and The Grinch. I'm super excited to finish this little village that I created. It's looking really cute. But before we get into it, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, you should do that, because you guys, thank you so much for subscribing. I can't believe I'm at 10,000 subscribers. That's actually blowing me away. When I started this channel, I honestly had no idea if it was gonna go anywhere at all. And I'm just seriously blown away by the support from you guys. So just thank you so much. Just know I truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you. I can't wait to see where this channel goes in the future. So if you like what you see, if you like me even a little bit, you should subscribe. Without further ado, you guys, let's get into this part 2. Okay, jumping back in to my Christmas build, here is what I completed in the first part. This is the entire exterior done. We're gonna go ahead and start with Home Alone. I've put together a floor plan, so let me give you the rundown. We're gonna have our entryway here, because that's one of the more like famous, I guess, scenes in the movie, is the whole family running up and down the stairs in the entryway. We're gonna have our kitchen over here, our living room here. I'm gonna throw dining wherever I can in these 2 rooms, so we'll see where it fits best. And then upstairs we have our hallway. We're gonna have, I want 3 bedrooms. There's gonna be the main bedroom, a parent bedroom. We're gonna have Buzz's bedroom, and I want to do a little room for Kevin, even though he's not technically in like a bedroom, he's in the attic. Let's start in the hallway. And we've got a really funky wallpaper, and the wallpaper has like a paneling at the bottom. Could do this one. This might actually work. Upstairs, I cut out a hole in the middle so that when you're downstairs, it actually looks like this image here. This is what I'm basing the entryway off of. Girl, every time. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. And you can't see him, but my other one is also down there. I think I'm seeing some sort of like green sort of couch thing right there. I'm thinking of the one from Love Struck, probably one of these in the green color right over here. And then there is a table on this side. I think we'll do this one. And then there are 2 red chairs that actually look like dining room chairs. Could do just one of these, I guess. And then there's a rug that looks very similar to one that we have in base game. It looks like this. That works enough. Actually, this door should be white. That works. I do need a wreath. Let's just do that one. There is a mirror hanging above this, just like that. Here is the hallway that I put together. It's a very simple hallway, actually. The other thing that I really want to add in here in this entryway, I've got to figure out how to make it fit, but I really want to add a pizza box, because when the criminals, the thieves, come in originally to scope out the place, they act as a pizza delivery person. That is it for our entryway. Now we move on. Let's do our kitchen next, because it's kind of a smaller space. Here's our kitchen. Very old school. We do have a small dining table in here. I'm gonna do my best. We obviously are not gonna be able to fit that much in here. There's so many patterned wallpapers in this house. None of these are quite right. There's also, of course, this one that I could do that might be my best option. Am I mistaken, or are those green countertops? I think they are. We do have these. These from Life and Death might be better. We will do an island, because there is an island. Oh wait, I see an oven built in to this. Okay, that's actually more so what it looks like. And then there are pots and pans hanging from the ceiling. I think that works. All right, this is the kitchen. Honestly, not really loving it, but to be fair, I don't really love the actual kitchen either. So I think this is as good as it's gonna get. Let's move on to our living room. Here is the living room in the Home Alone house. So let's see what we can do. I could do something like that. It's not perfect, but it isn't terrible either. And I think that kind of resembles what I'm going for a little bit. I don't know. I think that's the one I'm going to go with. And then we have a green couch. So I did end up extending both rooms. Kitchen is a little bit bigger and I honestly think it looks better. So I did that, and then the living room is also a little bigger. I changed out the couch for this one. I like the look of it. It looks a little older. And I'm contemplating if I'm doing this fireplace or if I'm just gonna do the white one that I had. I don't know. I'll think about it. We'll leave this one for now. Wait, doesn't this one come in a floral? Wait. Oh my gosh. It does. For our coffee table, I mean, we can just do this one from base game. Maybe just do my favorite rug. That one works, I think. Kind of matches too. Perfect. This one isn't terrible. Gotta be honest, I'm not loving the color combos in this room, but it is what it is. I did add a Christmas tree. There she is. And then there is like a table right here. I'm putting it in here. And then there are two little lamps on either side of this on the mantle that look just like this in this like silver color. Okay, couldn't find any cookies, but I did find a cupcake. So I did a cupcake and a glass that had milk in it. It doesn't have milk in it anymore, but I think that looks really cute. It's coming together. There's also a hutch over here. I don't know if I should be squeezing that much into this room, you guys. It's kind of intense already. Size down, does it work? Like, your sim is not gonna be able to get in there. There's just no way. But I kind of like it there. Wait, hold on. Let me see something. I've never claimed this. Wait, it is functional. Can they sit? Stop. You guys, it's functional. Here is the finished living room. I did end up fitting in a small dining table. It is nothing like what it's supposed to be like. But you guys, is there room for that in here? Do you see any room for that? No, there isn't. So I squeezed in as much as I possibly could in this living room. It's actually kind of cute and endearing. I kind of like it. My only thing that I'm not loving is the fact that I don't have anything, like any stockings to hang from the fireplace. I think I'm just going to leave it and head upstairs. How about that? So here's what I did. I finished up the downstairs completely, I think. I added some of the like sort of booby trap thing. So I added some like toys on the ground, a tool chest, because I think at the end of the zip line, a tool chest falls on one of the bad guys' heads. We have our paint cans. I've got some lighter fluid and a lighter, because remember the doorknob gets like super hot. I added more marbles, a fire extinguisher, and I also added a bucket. I don't know which one it was. I want to say it was the first or the third one where they step through the window and they step into like this super sticky ooey gooey stuff. That's what I was envisioning with this. I don't know which movie that was in particular. But also, I decided to put these aprons on the mantles that's supposed to be my stockings. I'm done downstairs. I'm done with the hallway. Let's start with the parent bedroom because we have the most pictures of that one. This is the parent bedroom. That picture is so saturated and that one's so blurry. Can we get one that like, there we go. Again with the crazy wallpapers. This is the bedroom I'm going for. Something like that. I think we have like one or two beds that sort of look like this one. Yes, it's the one from Cats and Dogs. I always say this is one of my favorite beds in the game. It just looks so, I don't know. I just like the look of it. It's supposed to be red, so we'll just do that one. And then for our nightstands, this one, maybe these ones, not that swatch. Let's just do that one. There is like a bookshelf off to the side. I don't know what to do with that. We have like some sort of like stool or chest down here. Yeah, let's just do that one. There's supposed to be a wreath here, just like that, and a TV. This one, maybe this chair here. Okay, I finished the parent bedroom. Here it is. I think it's cute Got our bed here, little fireplace, and the TV and bookshelf on that side. Let's now move on to Kevin's bedroom, which I think I'm gonna put right here. So again, Kevin kind of lives like in the attic, like his room is up in the attic. So this is the vibe. He actually lives on a sofa bed. This just doesn't match the vibe. I'm not gonna do that one. I think I have to squeeze the bed in there. Let's just do that bed. And I need one of the furnaces, just like that. Let me add this. This will work. Yep, that'll do. I need a dresser. Let's just do this one. Could add some like Christmas themed art on the wall too. I'm just adding a bunch more pillows. I also need some toys. Let's add this doll. Actually, no, let's do this one. Here is the finished room for Kevin. I think it does the trick. We've got his bed here, added lots of toys and different trinkets, and I think it is cute. Let's now do the room for Buzz. Here's the vibe for Buzz's room. We've got lots of stripes. I'm seeing striped wallpaper, very interesting wallpaper, different posters. Okay. And then obviously we've got shelves full of knickknacks, trinkets, and of course the tarantula. I think we'll do that one from Cats and Dogs. It's not the best, but it will work. Let's put his bed over here. See, none of these are quite right at all. It's like a gray bedding. Let me see if I can jerry rig this a little bit. Does that work? I think it could be kind of funny, or we could give him just the plain. Here is the chest or trunk that I wanted to put there. So we don't have any guns in the game, but we do have this archery thing. So on this wall, I need to add some shelves. Let's do these ones, I guess. Next to the bed, he has an iced tea poster. That's so funny. I could put this poster here. Let's do this picture on this wall here. Let's do this one. Okay, guys. Here is my final room for Buzz. There's the bed. We've got his dresser over there. And then I did clutter up the shelves. We have a tank. Listen, this is in fact a frog tank. There is a frog in there. Pretend there isn't. And here is the spider that's living in that tank. Okay? Ignore the frog. I couldn't find a tank that didn't have a frog in it. That's it for Buzz's room. Lastly, I'm just going to throw together a quick bathroom and then we're ready to move on. The cute little bathroom has been put together. I think I'm done with this house. If there's anything that I missed or any type of like detail that's not in here, forgive me, you guys. I really need to move on. I still have to do this gift shop. So let me go ahead and do that really quick. The first thing that I want to do is add a cash register. I think I'm just going to stick the counter right here. All right, let's add these shelves. Maybe we'll do this one from Discover University. I'm going to stock this up with toys and then I'll be back when I'm done. Toy store is finished. I think it looks really adorable. Added tons of toys to the shelves. Just a bunch of stuff on this side. This little rug here. Let's move on to our next home. Let's get elves done, shall we? So here's my thoughts for this one because we are dealing with the North Pole workshop thing. So I'm gonna do the workshop and a bathroom down here, and upstairs, holy moly, this is tiny. I think up here I'm gonna do like a small little apartment either for Buddy or for Santa. I don't know. We'll see what I end up with. But here's the workshop, okay? We've got white wood all around and tables where they are putting together these gifts. That's the idea. So I'm gonna add a couple of long tables and that's where they're gonna have like their workshop area. So we'll just do like 2 of these, I guess. I'm gonna add like a seating area as well. Let me first get some chairs, just cute little white chairs. Let's do these ones from Cats and Dogs. I kind of have an idea though to sort of do it like this. I'm not loving the lack of color in this place, but it looks like all the furniture is just like really, really white. Maybe it's so that all the toys and stuff will stand out more. I don't know. I am making things up right now. And then I need some shelves. I could do something like that. Just like really fill this wall up. Okay. that could work. There should be like another small table maybe here or something. So we've got our basics here. Also, can I put a workbench here? Would that fit? Maybe I'll actually put the workbench here. So this is like a functional thing. Maybe we'll grab this bucket and I think I'm gonna fill it with footballs and stuff. Okay. That's kind of fun. Oh my gosh, this is the paper mache pigeon. I am putting this pigeon over here on this bench. I know it's paper mache. I don't care. I'm adding these. Yes, that's so perfect. Oh my gosh. Maybe we can add like this cross stitch box. We can add this thing of yarn over here. Let's add some tools here. We need a hammer. Let's get some toys on these shelves. All right, here's what we have so far. Added a bunch of stuff to the tables here, filled up my shelves. I added these things from the Cozy Gamer kit and some shelves on here. Here is this side and here is over to this side. I need to figure out what I want to put on this wall. Maybe we could put the footprint pictures and that could be maybe like Buddy's footprints from when he was a baby. It's not a footprint, I forgot. It's a handprint. So we'll do a couple of these. Super chill little bathroom. I'm not going to go crazy with it. There's not a ton of room in here. What if we do try to do it with shower that's like so tiny? Something like that would be to take this one and size it down so it looks all tiny. That's good enough for me. I am done with the downstairs. Am I doing Santa's bedroom or am I doing Buddy's bedroom? I might do Buddy's bedroom. Or I guess it's an apartment. Yeah, let's go with that one. Something like that. And then we put a fridge here. To that fridge, I guess. I think we'll do the rocking chair. Okay, like the colors are kind of insane in here. I'm like, am I taking it too far? Probably. Kind of switched gears because I didn't really like the color combo in here. It was a little too green and yellow. And in the North Pole, his house that he lived in with his elf father is very white, like the rest of the workshop. So I kind of did that. You know, we do have the white floors and walls. I changed the cabinets up. Something else that I'm thinking about is when he moves in with his biological father in the real world, how he makes all of those paper snowflakes and like chain or the, you know, the paper decorations that he hangs from the ceiling. These pictures are super blurry, but like this is what I'm envisioning. I grabbed some items that can work for this. A lot of them are from like Seasons or Holiday Pack, but like these look like they could be made out of paper, this stuff too. And then I also found this, so I would like to use it. Yeah, okay, I can see it. I can see it from that angle. Something else that I really want to add is he likes spaghetti and like cereal with syrup. It's like, it's kind of disgusting. This is syrup, okay. We'll do this bowl. I grabbed the cereal. This is what I want to put on this table as well. That's perfect. I feel like I want to switch gears again. I'm struggling because in the movie, his house in the North Pole was very white. But if I'm making a room for Buddy the elf, I just feel like it wouldn't be white. Like it would be very childlike, like bright primary colors. I need to rethink this. Okay, let me get rid of the white bed. Okay, I thought I was recording. Maybe I wasn't. I'm not sure. But here's what we have. I'm debating if I keep these white though, because they are supposed to be like paper. I really don't know how I feel about this room. I'm struggling. And like, as far as a dresser goes, I don't know. Like, I kind of want it to be a little chaotic because Buddy's a little chaotic. And then we add like the backpack or something as a dresser. Can I put anything on top of this? Not really, but I'm going to. Oh, storybooks. Yes, he loves his storybooks. Some laundry. This is what I did for Buddy's room, okay? I don't want to hear it. If anyone has any objections to what I've done here, just save it, okay? I've struggled with this room. This has been kind of hard to do because there's so many things that I'm trying to take into consideration and figure out if I'm trying to be like realistic with the movie or if I'm doing like a room that I think Buddy would do for himself, which is really the route that I ended up going. This is what I came up with and we're all just gonna live with it, okay? So here is the sitting area. Very childlike. There's toys all over. There's presents. We've got his cereal. This is his bowl of spaghetti. There's no spaghetti, obviously, but there would be. Crafts, a little bit of a mess going on. We have his toddler bed here, and here is his kitchen. That is completely it for my elf tiny home. Let's move on to the Polar Express. Little reminder, this is where we left off. First things first, I want to address this floor. We're not going to be using the second floor, obviously, because we've got train tracks in them. So I'm just going to kind of put some flooring and wallpaper in here just to really pull this together. And we're only going to be utilizing this downstairs area. Maybe like 2 apartments might be kind of cute, and then they're connected by this walkway here. So for up here, I really just added some pipes and gears and stuff up here. So here's my thoughts, okay? I obviously want to create the interior of the Polar Express train. Duh. I just have to figure out the best way to do this. Here's kind of my thinking on this. What if I do one of these as the interior of the train, and then I make the other one just like a standard apartment? I think that's what I'm going to do because I genuinely think that would be the most fun for me. So by the way, this is what I'm basing my train off of. I'm obviously going to make it like really Christmassy and fun and have like food carts and stuff. This sort of idea. First things first, I want booth seating, and I'm picturing the ones from Bistro Kit, I think. The thing is I don't know how many I can fit. And then I'm gonna grab these tables, and I think that sort of works. Does that kind of work? I don't know. Does that look stupid? I want some of those like serving platters. Yeah, like this. Here's a hot cocoa tray. Cute. This is an espresso. Okay, why can't I just put this wherever? Here's where we're at. I added some candy and ice creams and stuff like that to the tables, made the lighting very sort of dim. Something else I want to add are some shelves above the seats and maybe put some like luggage suitcases on there or something. My dog's obsessed with me.
Why are you so obsessed with me? Girl, I wanna know, why are you hitting me?
Ow, Roxy! She's a psycho. Guy, look at this. Roxy, every video you make an appearance and you always look insane doing it. No, you're being crazy. Gonna add some racks, maybe like that. Let's grab some of these suitcases and see if we can raise them up, and we can get some of these like rolling suitcases too, or these rolling backpacks, I mean. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, that's kind of cute and fun. I like it. Okay, and then I think I want to add some sweet little treats on here. I want to add these, and then I want some Christmas decor in here. Maybe we add some wreaths on the windows. All right, I think I'm done with this first room, which is basically like the train car room where all the kids will be. I think it looks really cute with our luggage up top. We've got the booth seating. I added some wreaths to the windows, and I also added this log burner right there. Next, we're just gonna do this simple little hallway. This is just gonna be a hallway, so I don't really know. What about those Touch of Starlight lights from Love Struck? I think would be a fabulous addition. It looks so cute and magical. I absolutely love it. Maybe in here we'll have some more stuff for like the crew specifically. So maybe like a broom in here, lockers if we can fit them. Yeah, I like these ones because they're super thin. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave this little hallway like this. It's not anything crazy. And then in this room, it's a little bit off center. So I'm thinking of doing like a conductor space. I think I want a desk. Let's do this one from Discover University. Maybe I could do a small bookshelf like this. I don't know. Oh, some blueprints. These are for the train. Another little coat rack would be good. Here is the finished room. This is again for like the conductor of the train. Very simple. I just have this desk. We've got some documents, some spare change. And then this is going to be like the punch card. And then I do have a ticket here. And I also added tickets here on several tables. Got some presents. I added a map, some tools, snow globe. And I think that's going to do it for this side of this build. The last part of this build is going to be this over here. This is going to be an actual apartment. So I'm thinking bedroom, bathroom, living, kitchen, dining, in this space here. And yes, you are going to have to walk through the bathroom to get to the bedroom. It is what it is, okay? I'm so agitated. I think I accidentally paused my recording and I didn't realize it, and I had already started on the interior. Luckily, I haven't done too much. I had no idea I wasn't recording. Here's the vibe, since I think I did not get that part filmed. I want a really cozy little home for this part. I want it to feel very cozy, very Christmassy. Well, I guess not so much like super Christmassy, but just really cozy, like a cozy place for the elves to go after they're done working. This is what I've done so far. I used this wallpaper from Adventure Awaits because I think it's so pretty. And then I put together this little living space. I am trying to fit kitchen, living, and dining all in this room. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that with my current setup, but I'm going to try. I really love the red, but the countertop color is wrong. I don't think this layout is working for me. Okay, maybe this layout works a little better. Change the direction to this wall. Maybe I can squeeze a small dining space over here. I don't know if I like this kitchen at all. Let's get a table. Let's do this one. It's a bit smaller. I was able to fit the dining table in here, so that's good. Okay, let's get a cozy little rug. This rug, I'm telling you, it's just the best. It's so cute. A used mug on the table. One of the open books would be good. Let's open the Christmas stuff as well so that I can add Christmas decor that would be here year round. That's the idea. These are elves. They would likely have Christmas decor up constantly. Some presents in the corner. Let's add one of the larger nutcrackers. I really want to add this to the wall or to the mantle. We'll do that in a second. The living room, kitchen, dining room is all complete. I think it looks so cozy. Here's the living space. Added a bunch of different little Christmas touches. Here is the dining space over to this side, and then the kitchen over here. They are making cookies. And then I did just put together this tiny little bathroom. And lastly, let's do the elf bedroom. I might want to have a couple of elves in this room. Do beds like that are somewhat similar. I don't know. I could do those, or I could also do these. These are also pretty cute. These are from Horse Ranch. Oh, these are nice. Those are kind of cute. Wait. Now that we have that, let's get some side tables. And I like these ones from Horse Ranch. That's a cute rug. And then I do need a dresser. Let's just do this one. I love this one. And I think I want to add a small desk maybe. Okay. Or do I do a workbench? Maybe I do a workbench in here instead of a desk. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna do this wreath right in the center here. I kind of want a bookshelf in here too. Put this wood on the table. I think this is gonna do it for the bedroom. Very simple. And that's it for this whole area. One last thing that I want to do before I move on from this particular theme is I think I want to turn this room into like sort of a toy factory. We can do the robotics workstation. We can add another workbench. Yeah, just right in the middle of the room. Why not? Big stack of presents here. And I think that looks pretty cute. So we've got our little workshop right there. And with that, I am officially done with my Polar Express build. And now we finally get to move on to our final homes, plural, in this entire build, which is going to be for the Grinch. Again, this one has 4 homes, or 4 buildings. Let's get into the build, okay? Because I bit off more than I should be chewing. Let's just start with this building here. As I mentioned previously, this is going to be like a little shop, and then up top, I don't know if I'm going to continue a shop. Maybe I'll do a cute little cafe. Sorry if you can hear my vacuum in the background. I don't know what is happening in this video, but I keep pausing my recording. I don't realize I'm pausing it, and then I don't actually film anything. I've already started on it, as you can see, and I'm determining what I want to do color-wise, because I don't know that I'm convinced that I like the look of this at all. Here's what we have so far. I added a little bookshelf reading area here that I think's cute. We have our checkout. I like the pops of lime green. I think that makes a lot of sense for a build like this. I could do the circles. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of funky. I don't know, you guys. I need to just move on. I need some tables. I need some shelves. I need things of that sort. Could use these ones because they're the most actually shelf-like, you know? We have this little pedestal that could be cute. I don't know. Let's start adding the things that I want to add in here, like toys, like I've been doing for every single build so far. All of the toys are on the shelves. I think it looks amazing. I changed some of the colors in here. I think I like it. I also added these because when we're doing the final tour, it'll look really cool on the ceiling. Okay, I think I'm officially done with this first part. I think this looks really, really cute. I like it a lot. And I'm ready to move on to the upstairs. All right, let's work on this cafe. I think I want to do it like this. I like the sort of candy cane vibe of it. It might be nice to have food area right here. I love this because it's so extravaganza. I kind of like the way this looks. It reminds me of something that would be in Whoville. Okay, that one's got the green. And I need tables. I kind of like these. Should I do these red and white ones? Okay, here's what I've done so far. We've got 2 tables here. These little rugs are so cute. I put this at an angle a little bit, added some of the lollipops, added some columns and spandrels. Maybe I'll add that right there. I also added some signage to these 2 buildings here. I don't know what else I want to add in here, if anything, actually. I think it's looking really cute, and I don't know that there's much else that I'd want in here. I think this is adorable. Maybe I could just add some presents. Maybe in this nice blue color. And let's add some hanging lights above the tables. Does it look bad if I do 2 of those? No, that's kind of cute and fun. I'm currently cooking homemade lasagna right now for Christmas Eve because I'm hosting today. So the fact that I'm even having an opportunity to film is kind of a miracle because I didn't think I was going to have time to do much of anything today, but here we are. I get to film and I'm excited about that. I think I'm officially done with my cute little cafe. Let's move on to our post office. I'm looking up pictures of the post office. I'm seeing loads and loads of presents, little cubbies. That wallpaper is intense. Whoa. Okay, let's see what I can do in here. I want to add a wall here, and then I need a large archway. I guess I'm gonna have to make this one work. I might just have to do the blue. And then back here, we'll do straight up orange. I need a blue table of sorts. I like that this one's rounded, but I don't like that there's drink stuff on it. And then what I'm thinking is do we have that like cubby? Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna add these. Very fun and festive. I'm loving that. I think I'm gonna stack up some presents on top of this stuff to hide it. Okay, see, we got some presents there. And I also need to just stack a bajillion presents in the corner here. It's officially Christmas morning, you guys. I have my hat on again because it's Christmas. Hello? So here's what I've done so far in this post office. I changed the wallpaper to this yellow one. This is my conveyor belt. So my plan was to add some presents up here, you know, that are like coming down the belt. So something so tragic happened last night. I'm just like enjoying my Christmas Eve. Had family over, was hosting. It was super fun. You know, everyone had left and we were like getting ready to wrap up the night. I go in my room to like put my presents in my room, and right now I'm dog sitting for my mom because she's in Indiana, and I look on my bed and my mom's dog hopped up on my bed and just peed. Oh my gosh. I was like, no way. Like, actually, no way. Full-blown puddle down to the mattress. I had to clean the mattress. Oh my gosh. So that was my night last night. And I should have some like a sign up here or something, some words, because it says above like the archway that it's Whoville Post Office. Perfect. That's cute. I think that's gonna do it for my post office. I'm not gonna overdo it. I added a bunch of presents, which is really the biggest goal here. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next building. The next building we're gonna do is the Loohoo residence, okay? I think I have my layout sort of figured out, so we're gonna have a small entryway here, kitchen, living, and maybe dining room in here. And then upstairs we have a small hallway, Cindy Loohoo's bedroom, parent bedroom, and a tiny little bathroom. I'm looking and trying to find out what the house looks like, and I can't find a ton of examples of the interior in the live action film, but I am seeing like shots of the kitchen in the cartoon version, the animated version, and I'm seeing some greens, oranges, so I'm thinking just sort of like brighter, kind of pastel-y colors. Maybe I'll do a desk here instead. It's kind of interesting. I don't know. Do a little computer. Yes. The front entryway is complete. I think it's very cute. Let's move on to our living room and kitchen. I don't know if I'm separating them. I think I want to. Let's just see where this goes. For a fireplace, that one's huge. Oh, this is kind of a nice little couch. Maybe this orange one, actually. Okay, I want to make the living room a little bit bigger because I realized I need a Christmas tree in here. I changed. It is still Christmas, but okay. I had to do this room off camera because I don't even know how to describe how unbelievably frustrating this room was. I struggled with this so bad for some reason. I honestly don't know why. I think it was like trying to figure out the color combo that I wanted to go for that still was like pastel but also still Christmassy. Like I was just really struggling. Finally, I came across this rug and I was like, okay, that matches this couch. And then I should do green. And then I just kind of was able to pull together. The last thing I'm gonna need is a light fixture. Maybe I'll do this one. Okay, so here's what I did. We have a little couch over here. I did add some knitting stuff because they like to make their own things. Some pet stuff on the walls, some hot cocoa. I have the decorations box, like they're still working on decorating the place. And then we have gifts around the tree. And I added a little step stool for Cindy to help decorate the tree. Moving on now to the kitchen. Wonderful. I do like the wallpaper that I've been using here. I could do orange. Something about the lime green is working for me. Maybe this green or this blue. Fridge. Okay, what if we do this table from Businesses and Hobbies? Okay, maybe those chairs. Instead of a chair, let's do a high chair. Yeah, maybe that one. Or this one. This is the type of art I want in this room. Here is the finished kitchen. I think it looks pretty cute. Okay, that looks really cute. The downstairs actually turned out really adorable. I'm pretty happy with it. I think I'm done officially with the downstairs. It's now time to go up. All right, I wrapped up this hallway. Very simple. It's because it's a teensy tiny little hallway. Let's do Cindy's bedroom first. I need to figure out how I'm gonna fit everything I need in this room. This one's really cute and pretty. How in the heck am I gonna fit everything in this tiny little baby room? I think I need to make my own vanity. This desk with, let's just do that. And then I need a mirror. That's fine. I might do it like this with a bunk bed. I know it's not the way it's supposed to be, but it allows me to have a little more flexibility. Oh, maybe this cute little one from the holiday pack. Okay, and that's gonna do it for Cindy's bedroom. This is what I did off camera. I wanted to make it cute. I wanted to make sure that we had Christmas element in it, especially a Christmas tree. So I did my best. Is it my favorite room? No, but I don't really want to spend a bunch of time tweaking it. Let's move on to the parent bedroom. And oh, the door situation is interesting because I don't know how I'm gonna fit a bed in here. Oh, I didn't even notice the back door. You guys, this is the worst layout of all time. You know what? The parents aren't getting a bedroom. There's no way for me to fit a bed in here with the amount of doors. So I'm gonna make an office and that's fine. I'm gonna put a desk right here. Oh, maybe like a craft room. Can add some bookshelves. We do one big one like that. That's pretty cute. Have this craft box down here. More sewing stuff. Oh, this cute nifty knitting cart. I might actually stick this here in the corner. Here is the finished little craft office room that looks super adorable. And then I just threw together this small bathroom here. And that is it for Cindy Loo's house. Last but not least, you guys, we are going to do my Grinch house. I contemplated doing a basement level, but I don't think I'm going to because I'm running out of time and I need to get this done. So we're just gonna do this here and I'm gonna do my best to make it look good, okay? Also, someone had a really good idea of adding something green in here to like make it look green. So I'm gonna do that. That looks so good. Such a good idea. You guys are so smart. Okay, looking at some inspiration for the Grinch and his house. Remember, he kind of lives where all of the garbage goes. So all of his stuff is like junky, it's beat up, it's kind of random. It's dark with green and blue hues. For his bed, I obviously have to use werewolves because it's quite a beat up looking bed. I think we're gonna stick it in this corner. Maybe add some pipes behind the bed. I love that. Okay, maybe we do living room facing this way. And living room is really just gonna be some beat up mismatch furniture. Like this chair, definitely the werewolves couch. Yup. Unless I give him this dumpy fridge here. Let's give him the werewolves wall mirror because it's so beat up and it's perfect for this. Just add that there. He's also got like a phone contraption here that we don't really have, but something I guess that's kind of similar-ish looking. Not really, but maybe one of these things. Here's some stuff that I've added so far. Something else that I need to add is stuff for his dog. I think the dog's name is Max, if I'm remembering correctly. So I do need a dog bed for Max. I think a steak dog bed would be so funny. And then I need a food bowl, and I want a funky little computer. I'm thinking this one again. Okay, I added some tools, some books, just some more additional clutter. Oh, and some muddy paw prints. Something else that I want to add is like a stack of presents in the corner, maybe like stolen presents. There are the stacks of presents. Maybe I'll do some mismatched cabinets. There's some dishes. And then I kind of want to give him like one sort of Christmassy festive item that he's holding on to for whatever reason. Oh, I feel like this invention is perfect for him. I just don't know where I'd put it because it's so big. Maybe I'd stick it out here. Yep, that's perfect. Maybe a nutcracker. I can put it on the couch. Also, what about a mannequin with like a Santa outfit on it? There is his Santa outfit. We don't have a standard traditional Santa outfit, but that will do. I think that's going to be it for the main rooms here. I think it looks horrendous, but I also think it looks good. Okay, I think that's going to do it for the bathroom, which means that is completely it for my Grinch tiny home, which means I am officially done with my entire Christmas build. Okay, let's do the final tour. Starting with my Home Alone build. I already showed you the exterior, but someone also suggested that I add the treehouse, so I did. Here it is. All right, here we are inside of my Home Alone house. This is the entryway. So we've got our stairs. I added paint buckets, some tools, a little chair here. We've also got the pizza box, a fire torch. I don't know. To warm the door handle, okay? A basketball and some marbles, of course. And then over to this side, we have our kitchen. Here it is. Lots of just random family clutter. A very simple kitchen. Through here, we have our little dining space here. And through here, we have our beautiful little living room. I think this room is so cute and cozy. It's very kind of cramped, but I don't mind it. I kind of like the cramped look. And here it is from this side. Here we are upstairs. We just have a mirror, a plant, and then a little side table right here. Okay, this is Buzz's room. I think this is so fun. We have his bed here, dresser over to the side. We have his shelves here, some games down there. We have his spider, ignore the frog. the frog is not there. Okay. This room looks so good. I love it. Okay, let's move on. Okay, this is the parent bedroom. So we've got our bed right here, our dresser, we've got a bookshelf, and a cute little fireplace with a chair. And then I think this is just our small bathroom in here. Yep, so toilet, shower, sink. I don't know what those blue things are. I'm not going to try to figure it out. Just ignore them. This is Kevin's room. So here we have, okay, and all of my stuff that was on the dresser disappeared because I sized the dresser down. I'm not putting it all back, okay? There was stuff there. You guys saw it when I showed you the room. I'm not putting it back. He's got so many toys all over the place, stuff on the walls. Again, his dresser, a little fire log burner. And last but not least, on the Home Alone lot, we've got our toy store. Oh, it's adorable in here. We've got our cash register right here. So many cute little toys and just more on this side. It is a toy store after all, so it's gonna have loads of toys and presents. Let's move on to our next one, which is going to be Elf. Okay, here we are inside of Santa's workshop in the North Pole. We have our long table for all the elves to work on their toys and projects. We've got shelves full of toys. Over to this side, this is where, if you remember, they test the Jack-in-the-Boxes. And then over here, we just have a nice little fluffy couch. Santa's gift bag over there. And lastly, down here, we just have a bathroom. Up the ladder, we have Buddy's apartment. It's super tiny, but it does the trick. We have his fireplace over here with some candy, a bunch of toys and presents, a Christmas tree. He's got a little seating area here, his tiny little bed, and here is his kitchen. So that is completely it for Buddy's little apartment. Let's move on to our Polar Express build. Again, you've already seen the exterior, so let's just go inside, shall we? So the second floor, they're all basically empty except for this one. So we'll go in here first, because in here we have like a little shop where they put together gifts and all of that stuff. So you can see we've got a bunch of gifts up here. We have a bunch of presents and toys. And yeah, this is like the little workshop here. Okay, we are starting in our train portion of this build. This looks so stinking cute. Are you kidding me? Here it is from this angle. Little benches and tables with hot cocoa. A little cart with some treats on it. Here is this side. Let's move into the middle section, which is just like our staff area. We've got some lockers, some aprons, just some different Christmas decor. We have our conductor quarters. So we just have a sort of messy desk with some files, maps, presents. On this side, we've got a little chalkboard seating area. Then we just have some shelves over here, snow globe, some tools. Okay, starting in this room, this looks so comfy cozy. I love the vibe in here. Here we have our living area. Presents over here. We have got our couch. Just some random clutter on the coffee table, some candy. We've got our dining table over to this side, and then our small little kitchen over here. Through here, we've got our simple little bathroom. We've got a shower, sink, toilet. All right, last but not least is our bedroom for the elves. We've got two cutie little beds, a bookshelf, a bench right here, some cute little pictures. We've got our dresser over here. And that is completely it for my Polar Express build. Last but not least, you guys, we have my build for the Grinch. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. We've got some toys here in the center. We've got shelves just filled with toys, a nice Christmas tree. We've got our little reading nook over here, and then our checkout counter right here. All right, and then upstairs we have our cute little cafe. We've got our two tables here, our little counter where we can get our goodies and drinks. We've got, this is a cupcake maker. I just feel like that looks very Whoville. And then of course over here we've got a cute little Christmas tree. Okay, this one's chaotic, but I think it's really, really cute. We've got so many presents all over the place. We have our counter here. This is the conveyor belt. And then on this side we just have some shelves with some more presents and just this little table here. Moving on to our next building. Here we have the Loo residence. Cindy Loo's house. Here we have our front entryway, which is so adorable. We've got a computer over here, some shelves. Here we have this side. Moving into the most difficult room of this entire build. So here we have our little seating area. Got our Christmas tree, decoration boxes, cross stitching. Next room is the kitchen. I just love the color combos in this house. It's so bright and pretty and just fun. We've got all of our necessities here. And then of course, our dining space right here. Here we have our hallway again with the super cute colors. We've got some pictures, a mirror. This is Cindy's bedroom. Very girly. We do have the Christmas touch in here. And that's really it. Here is our little craft room. So we've got our bookshelf over to this side with a little chair. And then we've got our little crafting table right here with some yarn. Super simple. And then a tiny little baby bathroom sink, shower, toilet. Here we are in my Grinch tiny home. We've got the kitchen over to this side with lots of clutter on the counter. Our living space over here. We've got his bed over to this side and a desk right here. And lastly, here is the bathroom, sink, shower, and the toilet. All right, guys, and that is officially it for my Christmas movie tiny home build. I had so much fun doing this one, you guys, and I think it turned out way better than I thought it was going to. Thank goodness. I was a little worried. Let me know in the comments down below which one ended up being your favorite. Personally, I really loved the Polar Express and the Grinch. I think those two were just so much fun. But let me know your thoughts down below. Also, I hope that you all had an amazing Christmas, a wonderful holiday, and got to spend time with family or just relax and have a peaceful holiday. That's all we can really ask for. Now we're going into the new year. I'm ready to start the new year and really focus a lot more on my channel, hopefully, and just put out really awesome content for you guys. So I look forward to seeing you guys next year. I love you all so much. Thank you for all of your support this year. I cannot thank you guys enough for how much you guys have supported me through this and always have such nice, wonderful things to say. I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will see you in my next one. All right. Bye.